There are children who grow up knowing exactly where they belong, and there are children who grow up with a quiet question that follows them everywhere they go. For 26 years, two twins lived full, successful lives in America, yet carried inside them the same unanswered longing, the face of the woman who gave them life. And for 26 years, in a small home in rural Vietnam, a mother lived with the same ache, believing her children had disappeared forever into the world. This is not a story about loss alone. It is a story about patience, fate, and a family that never truly stopped searching for one another. Two births, one impossible decision. On October 6, 1999, at Tu Du Hospital in Saigon, two babies were born. Twins, a boy and a girl, delivered safely by cesarean section. They entered the world together, fragile and unaware that their lives would soon take a path shaped by circumstances far beyond their understanding. Their mother, Nguyen Thi Kim Hoa, was 27 years old, a migrant laborer from Quang Ngai who had come to the city hoping to earn enough to survive. Instead, she found herself alone, exhausted, and overwhelmed by a reality she had no strength to face. The twins were placed in incubators. Kim Hoa suffered severe complications after birth, losing blood and growing weaker by the day. There was no money for extended treatment, no family beside her hospital bed, and no safety net waiting outside the hospital walls. Lying there, still aching from surgery, she faced a truth she could not escape. She could not keep her children with her and give them a future. 4 days after giving birth, she made the most painful decision of her life. She left the hospital quietly while her wounds were still unhealed, her heart heavy with a grief she would carry for decades. She hired a motorbike taxi, traveled briefly to Binh Duong, then returned to her hometown, leaving behind two newborn lives she loved but could not protect. The twins were transferred to Tam Binh Orphanage in Tu Duc. The orphanage could not replace a mother's arms, but it was a place where they could survive. Someone there gave them names, Nguyen Thi Kim Than and Nguyen Than Hung. No one knows who chose them, but the names were closely connected to their mother's own, as if someone hoped that one day those familiar sounds might guide mother and children back to each other. In April 2000, fate intervened again. An American family came to Vietnam to adopt, and against all odds they chose both twins together. The siblings crossed the ocean side by side, carrying nothing but a thin folder of documents and one crucial detail, their biological mother's name, Nguyen Thi Kim Hoa. Her hometown was unknown, but her name became the single thread tying the twins to a past they could not remember. In America, they were given new names. Nguyen Than Hung became Nicholas. Nguyen Thi Kim Than became Rachel. They grew up loved, educated, and supported, building strong lives while remaining close as siblings. Yet even in the warmth of a stable home, there remained a quiet space inside them, a question that never fully disappeared. Who was the woman who gave us life? And where is she now? 26 years of searching. As Nicholas and Rachel grew older, the need to understand their origins became stronger. Their adoptive parents had given them everything they could, but identity is something only truth can complete. When they reached adulthood, the twins began searching for their biological mother, not out of resentment or blame, but out of a simple human longing to know where they came from. Rachel returned to Vietnam several times, in 2014, 2017, and again in 2023. Each journey carried hope and ended in frustration. She visited Tam Binh Orphanage, searching for old records, but Tam Binh had only received them after birth, and the information was incomplete. Years had erased most of the trail. The twins contacted organizations, community groups, and individuals who specialized in family reunions. Nothing led to answers. Eventually, they turned their attention to Tu Du Hospital, the place where their lives began, but accessing medical records from more than 2 decades earlier felt impossible without help. Meanwhile, in Quang Ngai, Kim Hoa lived a life shaped by quiet endurance. She raised 2 other daughters, cared for her elderly mother, and carried the memory of her twins silently in her heart. Poverty and distance left her without the means to search. 15 years earlier, she suffered a stroke that affected her speech and expressions, making it difficult for others to read her emotions. Still, in her thoughts, she often returned to the same prayer, that her children had been adopted by a good family and were living peacefully. In April 2025, a turning point arrived. Through a friend, Rachel connected with Tuan Vai, a Vietnamese singer known for helping reunite separated families. During a video call, she shared the twins' story. Tuan Vai listened carefully and promised to help, quietly reaching out through personal connections and hospital archives. 2 weeks later, a neighbor in Quang Ngai saw Tuan Vai's program and recognized details that matched a woman in her village. She rushed to Kim Hoa's home and shared the information. When Tuan Vai arrived, Kim Hoa showed her identification. Born in 1971, from Quang Ngai, everything matched. For the first time in 26 years, the possibility of reunion was no longer distant. It was real. The moment time couldn't erase. On the day of the video reunion, Kim Hoa's modest home filled with relatives and neighbors. Even the twins' great-aunt, 89 years old and leaning on a cane, insisted on being present. Everyone wanted to witness the moment when two lost children would finally see the woman who gave them life. Across the ocean, Nicholas and Rachel sat in front of the screen, nervous and silent, wondering what it would feel like to see their mother for the first time. Then the screen came alive. Kim Hoa appeared, wearing a simple yellow blouse, surrounded by family. She looked older than the twins imagined, but unmistakably familiar. Nicholas smiled first. Rachel followed, waving shyly. For a moment, no one spoke. Rachel finally asked softly, "Mom, are you healthy?" Nicholas asked about the family. Through a translator, Kim Hoa answered in short, careful sentences, speaking of aches and daily life. When Nicholas shared that Rachel was now an engineer and that he himself was a teacher, she listened quietly, her smile gentle but restrained by years of hardship. "I only hope you are healthy," she said. "If you can come home, I will be very happy." When Tuan Vai explained her medical condition, the twins' eyes filled with tears. Nicholas asked the translator to tell her, "We love you very much." Kim Hoa smiled and replied simply, "Thank you, my child." Their older sister, Huang, then appeared on screen. She spoke of growing up hearing about the twins only through fragments of sorrow. She asked them to understand their mother. The twins answered without hesitation, saying they loved her and their mother deeply. In that moment, distance and time seemed to lose their power. Before the call ended, Kim Hoa spoke again. "I wish I could hug you. I'm sorry." Nicholas answered gently, "You don't need to apologize. We feel lucky to have found you." The screen faded, but something permanent had been restored. When family finds its way home. This reunion did not erase the past. It did not undo poverty, illness, or impossible choices. But it did something equally important. It replaced unanswered questions with understanding. For 26 years, a mother lived believing she had lost her children forever. For 26 years, two children lived wondering who gave them life. In one moment, separated by a screen but connected by blood, those long years of silence finally found peace. This story is not about abandonment. It is about survival, sacrifice, and the quiet strength of love that endures even when distance makes it invisible. Kim Hoa did not let go because she wanted to forget. She let go because she believed it was the only way her children could live. Soon, Nicholas and Rachel planned to return to Vietnam to meet their mother in person, to step into the life that once existed only as a question. Their journey reminds us that time may delay reunions, but it cannot erase family. Because no matter how far life carries us, some bonds never disappear. They simply wait for the right moment to come home.